Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Minds Game, the first campaign we are choosing to stream on our Twitch channel. If you are not a follower or subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and definitely give us a follow. We'd love for you to be a part of our adventures, and we'll actually be posting socials in the chat probably at some point in the near future. I just wanted to give a little bit of a rundown of the campaign as a whole, as well as some of the players, so you are prepared for what is going to be probably a lot of shenanigans. So for a backstory on the campaign, it's been running for about a year and a half now. It is 5e, and it is a homebrew world. The world is known as Altruisha, and the party is currently within the western part of the world on a continent called Lunaria, which, if you couldn't guess, has very heavy lunar themes, and is blessed with the gifts of Saloon and other deities throughout the known Forgotten Realms. It is a high magic, high technology-esque world. Started out as pulp noir and kind of is developed into more of a fantasy aspect. But there are certain things that are obviously dealt with on a day-to-day basis. If you are uncomfortable with things such as gore, not necessarily horror, but it can get to specific things, or have just anxieties about social situations. Sometimes things can get a little awkward, and we'll do our best to make sure that you are well aware of things like that are happening. But I wanted to give a trigger warning to those of you who are more apt to not being comfortable in those situations. But other than that, it is a wonderful world that is run by me, and I understand that may not be the same way that you choose to run your world, and that's okay. D&D is supposed to be fun and different for each and every individual, so I hope you enjoy the playing style. And if you have any recommendations, obviously try to keep them out of chat. We will tend to not read it while we're playing, but if you have any concerns or questions or want to know or pick my brain, feel free to reach out to us on the socials that we have, which again will be in chat probably a little later. So now that you have a background of the world that we play in, let me give you a background on some of the characters. We have 5 altogether. We have Kyron, who is our tiefling grave cleric. We have Gideon, who is our tiefling artificer. We have Brian, who is our drow bard. Ashter, our human fighter paladin mix, and Zinnia, our half-orc druid. All of them have come in at different times. They are all close friends, and a couple of them will actually be here tonight. Don't worry, we've quarantined and made sure that each of us are safe, so that way we are not causing any problems within the group. We do have 2 players out of state and 1 that's currently in our city, but it feels more comfortable at home, and I absolutely am okay making sure that they are safe and feel comfortable, because that's what D&D is all about, making sure that you can spend time with friends in the most comforting way possible. Bit of a backstory. Currently, we'll find the adventurers within their hometown of Ambrosia, this mile-by-mile city within a valley that seems to never not be raining. It was apparently cursed some time ago, and the rain just never ends, except for one day a month. But it is just past the holidays, i.e. D&D Christmas for me, known as Jalen's Day, and the party has just kind of made their way back from the Nine Hells. If you have any further questions about the adventures and, misadventures of the party, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I'd love to give a recap as best possible of what's gone on. I'll probably have a document prepared and put up so that anyone who's interested will gladly be able to look at it. But this is something that I have enjoyed doing for a long time and with such good friends, and I really, really, really hope that you enjoyed as well. We here at Streaming Many Things are all about making sure that the community is having a good time. Hopefully you've been enjoying our content so far, and I really hope that you start to enjoy this campaign and follow us Tuesday nights 7:30 to 10:30 to 11-ish consistently and get rolled in the story. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you could join us, and I hope you have an amazing night and enjoy the adventure. Oh, we're doing this. All right. Hey, everyone. It's us. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday night. We're gonna do a quick audio check because we've never done this before, and I'm just making sure that you can hear us. Give me a D in the chat if you can hear me. Wait a second. Excuse me. Your excuse. All right, we got a D. All right. I'm sure you can hear Chris and Kimmy. I'm a tad quiet. Thank you for letting me know. Let me turn up the volume on the mic. That should probably help out just a little bit. Is that any better? Give me an N in the chat if it's better. Oh, perfect. Cool. All right. I'm going to let Dee Dee and or Ben and or David speak. You can all speak at the same time. And if you can hear them, the people on the bottom row, they're going to speak in like 5 seconds. If you can hear them, throw a D in the chat. All right, ready, and go.
Hello, words, communication, technical difficulties.
This stream is brought to you by
Dungeons and Dragons and Diamonds and Diamonds.
Oh, so quiet. Interesting.
David, I thought you were saying words, as in like words, our other moderator. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's here. Words.
Hold on.
I thought I saw him in the chat.
Modify my mic level.
It might not be you. It might be the fact that for some reason it's not on. Hold on 1 second. I will try and figure this out to the best of my ability.
Chris sounds good. Yeah, that's always true because I project my voice.
I just sound
Alright. Blah, blah, blah. And, okay. Words. I'm saying words.
saying all of the words. Talking all of the stuff with my back.
Just tiny little desk.
Very well done.
It holds my laptop and my dice tray, and that is it.
Can you hear them now?
It's not many things.
Hello?
No, not many.
Words?
Hello.
It has to be many things. It's the stream of many things.
Actual words?
Still quiet. Okay. Okay, cool. They can hear you
Oh,
now.
sweet.
Yay! Throw a D in the chat, and that's
Hey.
D&D. Haha! See what I did there?
Ha 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 ha. Lovely.
Everybody give Wheeler the D.
Anyway, if you if you saw no D for you, thanks. If you saw the small little video I did, you realize that this is a game I've been running for a year and a half, and we decided to stream it because now I technically own a business, which is very weird. Small intro. This is everyone. I'm Wheeler. The names are below. Chris and Kimmy are here with me. And you have Dee Dee on your bottom left, David your bottom middle, and Ben your just bottom. Right. Hot bottoms, yes. Okay, so, oh man. I didn't give any info because I wanted to do this as the intro, but last we left off, the party just absconding from the Nine Hells. I know, great place to jump in. made their way back to their home, which is a vineyard within a small town where they started their journey, known as Ambrosia. Some of you getting back at different times than others for various reasons have all made your way back, and some of you missing, and some of you just getting there in time for Jalen's Day or D&D Christmas. Were receiving gifts and joining each other in merriment, and then a surprise visitor in the form of the former owner, Gimbal and Charles, were just in there with you, having a great time until you heard the sound of a large metal man pushing in a very, very similar looking tiefling to Gideon, and upon a very brief and immensely awkward 3-second conversation, found out that this man was in fact Gideon's father, who was in town to broker some kind of deal for a large adamantine deposit that had been found in the town. Gideon going off to relieve stress and emotion to his workshop in the basement of the vineyard, followed by the rest of you. Just spent time trying to best belay emotions and calm things down. Most of you found yourselves to bed. Gideon staying up and working a little bit longer, but you all awake the next morning with the new year nearly ahead of you. Gideon, as you wake up, half drooling from the fact that you passed out from exhaustion. Your arms are very sore. Your back is sore from just standing up.
So just like real life.
Yes, correct. You do notice that there is a small ring around your finger, and on your hand, between like the soft muscle between the thumb and the pointer finger, there seems to be like 2 marks as if a bite. Doesn't seem to be bleeding. It just seems you were so exhausted you didn't feel it.
What's the ring made of?
It is very. It looks like brass, and it is in the shape of a bee.
Alright, whatever.
Okay. But as you guys wake up, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go around and hug everyone individually because I missed them.
As the 4th or 5th round of hugs from Aster comes around to wake you all up, smelling slightly better, but still of a large spectral beast.
Has anybody invented Icy Hot?
I wouldn't say it would be called that, but I'm sure someone has created some kind of like heating and numbing agent to put on.
I gotta Google what Icy Hot is made out of. Hold on.
As I'm going around waking everyone up with a hug, I'm gonna tell them individually, hey guys, I know hell sucked. I'm gonna make you breakfast this morning, so when you're ready, come on down to the kitchen. I got breakfast going. And I'm going to attempt to make everyone scrambled eggs.
Oh jeez.
And Aster
Don't.
No, he cannot.
You don't have the chef background. Just make a general intelligence check first.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Oh god.
Means it's getting ready to be complicated for him.
That's an 8.
An 8. You grab something that looks reasonably like an egg out of the kitchen, like the cold box that they have in the kitchen in the vineyard. Now make a wisdom check, just straight up wisdom.
12.
you think it'd be like performance wisdom or what?
No, this is just straight up wisdom. Well, I'm seeing if he remembers the just general gist of what breakfast is. Okay, 12. All right.
We're getting these deep philosophical questions here today.
I know. Yeah.
What is breakfast?
When you crack open the egg, there's a very weird smell, but it doesn't catch you off guard because you've been in hell and only been out for a while, so the sulfur just kind of is fine to you. But you cook it,
fine.
and you're like, yeah, this is absolutely okay.
Cool. I'm gonna get out 5 plates for everybody. I'm just gonna portion them out, and I'm not going to try it first, because why would I? I'm sure I did it right. And I'm just gonna wait for everyone to come down, and I'm gonna wait to eat.
Okay. There, you do notice that there was a cook in the kitchen cooking for the owner of the vineyard, Sora, Chiron's sibling, and Gimbal, it seems as well, who noticeably right after you started like cracking these eggs, left and hasn't returned.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure this is fine. I know it's D&D. Is there any hot sauce in the icebox, or hot sauce equivalent?
I would say there's some semblance of spices or additives to add some kind of heat.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fuck up these eggs with hot sauce
Honestly, you probably made them better. But
because that's how Astra likes them.
you wreck. You absolutely decimate those eggs with hot sauce.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna sit at the dining room table and just wait patiently for my friends.
Okay. As you all kind of meander out of your rooms and into the mess hall area, half tired, Gideon kind of still stumbling. The smell of sulfur hits you, and you're worried that you might be dreaming right now, and like you're back where you were. But you walk in, and Astra's just there, currently is sitting there waiting for you all to sit down with plates of eggs in front of you. Go ahead.
Guys! I made breakfast.
Oh no.
And the cook left for, I guess he was busy. So like these are all me. Come on, come eat. Tell me everything that I missed.
We're not back in hell, are we?
No, I don't think so. Oh God, are we back in hell? Is this a hell thing? Well, like it makes you think like you're home. No. You guys always say so.
As you guys sit down, you notice that the scrambled eggs in front of you have the slightest green tint to them. You don't know if that's part of the pan or if it was part of the egg. But as you get close to it, it does seem as if the smell is coming from the eggs themselves.
All right, everyone sit down. Forks are out. Everything's set up. Just tell me what I missed, and I'll tell you what happened to me. It was weird. I expected you guys to be a lot longer, honestly.
Gideon is still groggy enough that he doesn't quite notice. Also having like the lowest passive perception in the group.
Did you not have faith that we would get back?
No, I knew you guys would make it back. I just thought it would take a lot longer.
Why?
I've only been here a couple days.
Oh.
Like back here, like not like out of hell a couple days. I've been here since last night. You saw me, but
Wheeler, do I know how long we spent after he disappeared?
He disappeared. You went through the battle. You got back. You gated back, basically. You slept outside. You slept another night. You slept another night. So 3 days.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of the same. We were there for like 3 days-ish after you left.
I guess that adds up. Yeah, I guess you guys just got out of hell way faster than I thought you would. Babs made it seem like it would take like for fucking ever.
Yeah, we would have been back sooner, but we got caught by some fish people.
In hell?
Yeah.
See, the fish people took us to the snake people, and once we fought through the fish people and the snake people, we got out of hell.
Yeah.
And this is all in hell, like the fiery place where we were, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Gideon starts digging in because he's just still not paying attention.
Ah, yes, yeah, before they get cold. And I start digging in too.
Okay.
I am going to take a little fork and like sniff it and really think hard about whether or not I want to eat these eggs.
They're not the worst eggs you've had. They're also nowhere near good or the best eggs you've had.
I just fucking chow them down.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of try to subtly mage hand them just.
Around this time, as you guys are eating, you watch as Sora kind of walks in, looks confused, and they go, "Who
I made eggs!
on this continent made whatever it is that is permeating this household right now?"
I did. I made eggs. There's some leftovers if you want some.
No, thank you. Would you like some real food?
Yes, please.
Okay. You watch as Astrid. There's a similar or familiar looking cook that kind of comes around the corner and it seems a little bit flustered. And Sora turns around, has a brief chat, and they kind of run off. And in about 15 or so minutes, food is presented to you. Fresh eggs, plates of greens, vegetables, and just a plate of breakfast meats laid out. And she goes, "That's better." So, how'd everyone sleep?
Great. I don't think I ever I didn't ever think that I would miss a bed.
I know how that is. Yeah. She's kind of, as they say this, they're looking at Gideon specifically. Just
Oh,
kind
I
of-
slept like a baby
Right, okay.
for all of the time of it.
Yeah, ever since I moved my bed out to the stables, I've been fine.
It's about. It's just before noon.
Why, I got a healthy 5 hours.
Interesting. Well, the festivities won't be taking place for another 2 days or so for the new year. But I wanted to, and they turn to you, Karen. I got something for the house just in case. You mentioned scrying last night, so I thought about it, and I thought it might be good for you to have something that you could use while you're here if you wanted to. I've got a nice scrying plate. I've placed it in our bedroom, so if you need to use it, it's there for the material. Doesn't cast a spell for you, but that way when you're home, you can look on whatever you want to.
Yeah, wow, thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah.
It came out of the vineyard fund, but you know.
Aster says with a full mouth of food. What's scrying?
Is he still eating the eggs?
Yes.
I'm gonna just very quickly just grab his plate and pull it away from him.
Okay.
Hey, Ashter, I really don't think you should be eating these, but hey, you know what? You did contribute. We can put this all in the compost, and I think that the plants will really like it in a couple months.
Excuse me.
You mean the dead people?
Yeah, the dead people.
That's fair. And he just starts grabbing other food that's on the table.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
But I really do appreciate, the.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, this isn't. This is a delayed capsule.
Oh, great.
You guys finish up breakfast. Sora leads you down to the room, and they're kind of laying on a nice table with a mirror, like a vanity, where there's stuff to, get done up for bed and get ready. There's a large, like obsidian plate that's just laid on top of the table, finely polished and circular in nature, but seems to be a scrying plate, something that you'll be able to use. So.
Sweet.
About an hour passes after you guys eat, and Astra and Gideon, stomach starts to gurgle a little bit. You start to feel like the twangs of slight nausea. And hastily, you both run to the nearest bathroom, and you all are kind of worried that something happened, like some kind of beast came out of the bathroom, because they're in there for about 30 or 40 minutes before they come back out. It's a little past midday now. You can hear the rain coming on outside. You can feel the cool breeze kind of coming through the cracks in the windows and the doors and any open area of the vineyard. But you guys can do whatever you want. The city is yours.
Well,
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the Ravenry.
Okay.
Hey, do we have a plan to get our balloon thing back?
Oh, right.
Because last I remember, we drove that sucker over to the city, and then we parked it, and then we went to hell, and now we're here. And I don't know how magic works, but I think it might still be there. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely still over there, but we got parking prepaid for a while, so we should be good.
That's fair.
I can also send a message to that guy. I don't remember his name. He's in my notes, but I can send a message to him to let him know that we're coming back to get it, or we're gonna figure out another way to get it back to us.
Okay,
We could
because that
always
thing was
try
hella
the-
cool.
We could
And I
always
kinda
try
want
the
that.
street portal thing again.
Oh,
If that
do
works.
we want to just pop over there? How?
I mean, if
Is it big enough tree?
probably, but
Make
the
a-
thing is, whoever goes over there has to spend
It's like this.
however many days
Coming back.
flying it back. Yeah.
Do we need it right now?
No.
It was quick. I think it was just about at a week.
Yeah.
Week's travel. Or a few days.
It's been a long time since that session. I mean, I could pull up the map and check the scaling, but I remember our general
Because we
speed.
also use control links to push us quicker.
Well, I like a road trip just as much as everybody else, but I don't want to go back anywhere for a while. The whole trip to hell kind of took it out of me.
Yeah, I need some time to just be here for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if anything, if we need it for any reason, we can just tree portal there and then take it wherever we're going next.
but I've got a lot of work to do in my workshop. I've got a big fancy project that I'm working on. It's probably going to take me a good few weeks, probably. So, I mean, downtime is good for me.
I've always got shit I could work on.
Yeah. I mean, you guys literally have time to do whatever. I don't know how much you'll be able to purchase if that's what you're looking to do, if you're looking for shopping, because it is right past Christmas, basically. Might get good deals on decorations.
No, there's some carpentry stuff I wanted to work on.
Okay.
If we're doing downtime for sure. But for the day, I'm going to wait until everyone else is busy, and then I'm going to slip off and go see Zaz.
Okay. Yeah, he's the drow that's like real close with Ryan. Okay. You're gonna work in the workshop. Do you wanna do anything?
Probably just gonna read some books and I go, try to do some research about camera stuff.
Yeah. And Kyron, you said you wanted to go to the Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then I'll ask Brian whenever he gets back. Okay, so I guess let's go in order. Kyron, we'll go with you first since you mentioned it first.
Okay.
It's a little past midday at this point, but after having a decent meal and not having to worry about the rather indecent meal that Astra made, you make your way out into the cold rain of the never-ending rain city and walk your way down to the Ravenry. It takes you about 30 minutes just to get down from the vineyard and into the city. There's some stuff being set up around the town square and in small areas just around town, stalls and stuff getting ready for the new year. You see a lot of the taverns as you pass by are putting up, taking down Jalen's Day decorations and putting new decorations up that match the idea of the new moon, even though it's technically not going to be one. But you find your way into the Ravenry, and it's low as usual. Not much is going on.
Nice. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go down and try and find Temperance.
Okay. They're downstairs currently. Just you kind of have to look around for a bit, but you end up finding them at their office, and they kind of look up from reading just a book. Kind of close it and gesture you to come in.
I'm back from hell.
That is good. I just got back a few days ago, and it seems that you have, hopefully the rest of you have made your way back as well.
Yeah, surprisingly, Astor was the first one to come back. But we're
surprisingly.
but we're all here now. Gimbel's actually back in town, so I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time there, but I wanted to check in on everything here.
Yeah, no, things are good. I saw that Gimbel was back in town. I had a conversation. I stopped by on Jaden's Day to spend some time and celebrate festivities. But it is good to see you back. It is good to have a cleric of my own back in their home. Yeah, things have been going well here. Not too many people die around the holidays, so it's been kind of slow. But...
Okay, so nothing unexpected. That's good to hear. Because, I'm trying to lay low for, like, at least a few days. At least.
You deserve the break. If you took a trip to the hills, you can take the week off.
Great. Alright. Well, it was good to see you. I'll probably be back later tonight, probably.
I'll be here.
Awesome. I'm gonna go up and pay my respects, and then I'll head back to the...
There's like a soft little breeze that comes through, and a few of the ravens kind of come up and fly towards the base of it and just kind of stare at you. And then just kind of fly off.
Sweet.
Let's see. Asher, we'll go with you next.
Cool. So I go see Zez.
Okay.
I trace my way back towards where I know the alleyway for the bar is, and I knock on the door, and I don't remember the password.
At this point, you see the beggar kind of just he sits there waiting, and then after you're like, he just doesn't make any He doesn't make any motion except to just open the door for you.
Thanks. I walk down the stairs, go into the bar area. I go up to the barmaid. I can't remember what race is the barmaid again.
She's half elven.
Hey, long time no see. I don't remember your name.
Esmeralda.
Hi. Thanks. Is Zaz in?
Hey, boss, you in? You hear like the shuffling of footsteps. And slightly frazzled, but seemingly pulled from the middle of something or someone. Zaz kind of throws his robe over himself and kind of walks forward to and goes, yes, who's asking? Oh,
Hey! Hi, how's it going?
it's going swell. Did you need me for something?
Yeah, I needed to talk to you real quick about that thing that I talked to you about before.
Which one?
The searching for the amulet in hell thing.
Okay.
Can we talk behind the beads?
Yeah, sorry. Little preoccupied.
It'll be quick, I promise. I'm always super fast, you know
No
that.
drinks, okay. Yes, just come in. Any kind of lead you. Oh no, oh no. Hold on. Trying to get this right. The overlay. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. He kind of gestures you in and pulls the beads apart.
How did you do that?
Don't ask. And you walk in to the smell of incense and just a little bit of sweat. You kind of catch it on the back end of it. And you're like, and you kind of, as you kind of come in, you see like a side door that has an open curtain currently, and he just kind of quickly rushes and closes it. And
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. My bad. So, remember how a few weeks ago I came and asked for you to start looking for that amulet in hell for me as a favor?
yes, I looked into the creature that might have had it. I can't really give you too much information on it, rather than it probably was a night hag, and she's probably already sold it off for something much more expensive.
So, your intel's good. Because I have it right here. We got it. We're good.
Oh, that's splendid. Wonderful.
Yeah, so thanks, I guess.
Is that all you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah, what do I owe you?
Oh, nothing.
You really just want me to leave, don't you?
I not necessarily want you to leave. I was preoccupied.
Right. I'll be going then. See any more of the amulets, hear any more about them, just, you know where to contact me then. I'll let you get back to your festivities.
I appreciate it.
Yep. I just go to the bar and have a quick drink and then head out.
Okay. On the house.
Oh, Esmeralda, you're too kind.
Oh, it's weird because I opened the chat. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. So you just kind of amble around the town. Zinnia,
Um,
is there any...
Actually, once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back to my workshop and start making. My ultimate goal is to eventually just make all of the furniture in my room. So I'm gonna start with like a bed frame. Again, going off of just training, like personal training alone, with no schematics and no like plans or anything. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna try and make a bed frame, and then I'm gonna try and make a bed frame.
Make a dexterity check without proficiency. So just a
Ew.
dex.
Just dex check. So that's with my natural 1. That's a 2.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you make a bed frame. You're
Nice.
convinced that this is a bed frame. Beds are triangle shaped, right? Yeah, they're fine.
Yep.
The wood seems okay. It's thinning out in specific places, and it thickens near the center, and near the joints. It's much there's less of a weight problem. But all your weight's in the center. You're fine.
Cool.
You're
I'm
okay.
gonna spend the rest of my time, if I have any time left, trying to purchase a triangle-shaped mattress.
Okay. Unfortunately, no triangle-shaped mattresses. It is apparently just a thing of this city. You swear you've seen them before from where you're from.
Bummer.
But they just don't have them.
Bummer. Yeah, that's it for my day.
Zinnia. What would you like to do?
I mean, I don't know if there's not much that I can do right now. I mean, I checked on my flowers last night. They're all doing pretty good. I checked the library last time we were here. There wasn't anything. Unless something's been added that I don't know about.
The newest thing that you have is this book.
Yes. I mean, I read through it a couple times. Has anything really stood out at all?
Nope. It's a book of very rare flowers, and that's interesting to you.
What's the last ingredient we need for her thing again?
It is
Dahlia.
a dahlia.
The dead celestial flower?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So unless there's a celestial that I can just knock off in the next 5 minutes, there's not much that I can really do.
Unicorn comes galloping through the city now.
Oh, so beautiful. Dead.
Get from our other game.
Oh, you mean the patron saint of the original Warforged?
Yeah. Ben, is that how you want your other character's patron to go? To just be killed off in a different game for a really minor reason?
As long as they don't lose another fucking arm.
Alright, so that's... You sure you don't want to do anything? Nothing specific?
Normal stuff that
Okay. Yeah, the closest thing you have to go off of is the... Yeah.
Yeah, and from the way that Storm's saying, I don't think that I'm gonna find anything else in this author.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Try to research the author if you want to, but I mean, that's not going to make much. Can one of you go unlock the door?
Yeah.
I think Hunter's here. Thank you, Kimmy.
You're welcome.
Stretch out.
Sorry.
All right, Gimme. What you want to do?
I've got to get to work started on this ring system. I think the first thing I have to do is forge out the platinum bangle as the anchor ring. So I have to adapt my right hand gauntlet to it.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a. I might have to, before I start, I might have to get more platinum.
How much platinum do you have?
On my person, I have 30 platinum on my person.
30 platinum.
And I think PHB says each. A standard coin is a third of an ounce. That would give me 10 ounces.
Yes.
10 ounces of platinum, not a lot.
Yeah. I would say you probably have to go pick up some more, but you have a lot of gold, so you could just shift out some gold for it. Enough to do. Enough to get the stuff done and probably go through a few prototypes of it. I would say you would probably need about 100 platinum worth. Just to make sure that you have extra pieces, so if there is an issue or you have to go back and fix something and do it again, just have that.
So 1,000 gold?
Yeah.
There goes most of my gold.
Oh no. Trust fund, baby.
I'm gonna mark 700 gold and my third platinum.
What are we gonna do when the rest of us don't have enough gold now?
Well,
Can't go to get
you're welcome for all of the magic items I've given you so far.
Yeah, so that's probably my first day is acquiring that platinum and getting to work forging the platinum.
Okay. Make a tinkering check, and you can make it an Arcana check. And if you're not proficient in it, you can add proficiency or add your tinkering pool.
Tinkering tools is double proficiency because I'm an artificer.
Yeah, then just do that.
Which ability score?
For this,
Yeah.
say intelligence.
Fuck! So it's a nat 2, but I have a plus 12, so
14. You struggle with it.
Wait, Rook gives me advantage because
That's
he's
fair.
my good buddy. Okay, that fucking pop. Never mind, it's a 1. I take the 2.
So yeah, even with Rook's help, the intelligence-based aspect of it is just trying to figure out how to get the magic and the just kind of get it to where it is formed, where it has the most potential to hold and cast magic out from it. You go through the 100 platinum, and you would gather that you're probably only about halfway to a final product going through that money. You wear thin all of it. You go through in the course of the day, because it's not too difficult of a thing to do, and you kind of already had an idea of where to start. You probably go through about 4 or 5 different prototypes. The 5th one kind of makes the most sense, but you still feel like there's a lot of finagling that you have to do with it to make it work.
Platinum is apparently harder to work with than a lot of other metals too. Like it can't be reused and remelted.
Yeah.
So
you go through your basically security net of it. Right past dinner time, you kind of go and grab something. You're accustomed to just grabbing stuff and eating in the workshop. A large.
I'm gonna grab a sandwich and let it toast by sitting on top of the forge.
Yeah. As you do that, you hear a heavy on the door of the forge.
No one's home. Go away. Occupado. God damn it. I go and answer the door.
You answer the door as there's a large mechanical man currently wrapping a piece of paper around what looks to be a 7-inch metal piece of something.
Rod.
Well, a rod could be. It could be. You're thrown off by the fact that this thing is before you instead of the fact of what it's holding, and you don't get a chance to look at it. But it is your father's defender.
Hi, Charles. Okay, you're not Charles. Who are you?
He doesn't really have any facial expressions. It's just like two divots.
I'm gonna lean past him out in the hallway. Hey, who let this thing in here? Anyone?
There's about 20 seconds that go by, and then Sora comes out, and she goes, "Look, he's allowed to come in the house."
Remind me to amend my arcane lock.
They kind of turn around, put the spectacles back on, reopen the book, and just walk back into the study. Kind of hands it to you. And just kind of goes off.
Garbage. Okay, what is it?
Now that you get a chance to look at it, it's not necessarily finely crafted. It's reasonable and it'll work for what it is, but it is a bolt. But the metal of it seems to be a dark green gray.
Bolt like crossbow bolt.
It's
entirely made of metal.
no, the tip itself and
Oh,
kind
okay.
of the structure. It's reinforced along the edges as if to kind of give it a good weight.
Like mine, but on the outside instead of the inside.
But it is, for all intents and purposes, it is an adamantine bolt.
That's exciting.
There are small runes that are kind of carved into it, and around the small fletching on the outside, you can kind of see like drifting off wisp of just like color, like a dull gray.
I toss it into the corner and get back to work.
Okay. Kind of just sits there. The scroll that's around it kind of just slightly unrolls, but you get back to work. That takes most of the day to get where you were. So you guys all make your way back at specific times. Gideon's been there all day. Astra walks in with what looks to be a very weird-looking pyramid thing. We're not quite sure what it is. Could be art. Could just be scraps.
Don't mind me, guys. I gotta take this out to the stables real quick. I'll be right back. to ask
whoa,
Harry
what?
Baysworth.
Whoa, hey, whoa,
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah, man.
what's that?
It's a bed. Duh.
It's a.
Don't worry about it. I'll be back in a minute. And I carry it up to the stables where I'm essentially making my new room.
That did not look like a
If he
bed
asks
at
me
all.
to make a triangle mattress, I swear to God.
So I don't forget, Brian, was there anything that you wanted to do today?
Not really.
Yeah, you just chilling around the house, you going shopping, you...
I'm just gonna relax. I've been in hell for like weeks or something, so just a day to do nothing sounds fantastic right about now.
Sora sees you just kind of lounging about, and probably about right before dinner, or right after dinner, rather, you kind of come out full, and she kind of pulls you to the side. You seem like you've been relaxing all day, so I went ahead and had someone bring up some hot water to get it back, if you want it.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
You guys,
Yeah, I might do that actually.
You guys have quite literally went through head, so just to
Gosh,
let him.
when's the last time I had an actual decent nice bath? Actually, no, that sounds divine. Where is that? Where is that?
Oh, it's just in the the bath. I mean, it's like a communal area, but I can make it so that it's private if you want to.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I do that.
Okay. They walk you over to a door and kind of open it, and they grab a sign on the inside that basically is just like a "Do Not Disturb," and just kind of nod, close the door, and put the thing over the door. It's comfortable. It's a hot bath.
Sounds so good. IRL.
Honestly, like I could actually go for that.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Unsurprisingly to you, your compatriots ignore the "Do Not Disturb" sign, and each one of them come in at random times throughout your bath. Like, oh, I need a bath. And then they're like, oh, sorry.
I barge in about 3/4 of the way through. Brian, I've looked everywhere across the city. Do you know where you can find a triangular mattress?
I don't know, buddy.
Just yes or no, man. Yes or no. This is imperative.
No, I don't know.
Damn
I'm
it.
kind of busy right now. I check. Fuck, I don't know, man.
You're no help at all, and I leave the room.
Why did I think this would be relaxing?
We are your friends.
All right. So you guys complete a day of rest that is probably much needed. The night comes in. Is there anything you want to do before you go to bed?
As we're sort of all eating together, I just sort of look around and say, man, I'm glad you guys are back. Can we not go to hell ever again, please?
Oh
Yes.
that's on the list. Don't worry. That's
The list of never going back?
the list of things we are never doing again.
Cool.
I started last night.
No, hell was a mistake. We got what we came for, and
Yeah.
if I never see that place again, it'll be far too soon.
Yeah, man. Don't want to die and go there. That would suck. Ugh. Ugh.
All right. Well,
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
think about the vision/dream that I had of temperance for a good hot minute,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna just shake my head and go to bed.
Okay.
What was that dream again? 'Cause that was a while ago.
It was a long time ago, so basically, I mean, Wheeler, you know most of the details, but I saw war, a bunch of undead, and then Temperance killing someone, and then
To the
basically
best of your knowledge, that is what occurred, but
and then the Raven Queen was like, I didn't want you to get a part of this, and I don't want you to be a part of this, and I was like, what? But then I dreamed about it for like a week to 2 weeks afterwards.
yeah, it was definitely on your mind for a while. It was after you guys went on the salvaging thing and convinced a underwater tree ant that it didn't need to eat you, it could eat something else. Yeah, Coral the coral ant. That's also when the algae voice was developed around that time.
I think Chris might actually leave.
All right. Well, you guys find sleep. Are you staying up again? Are you?
Yeah, I'll see how long I can push it before I finally get a single level of exhaustion.
Okay. Well, if you're going for it, you'll get it.
But I want to see how many hours I get before I get there.
You get.
It's like an hour, every hour past the 8 hours, right?
You have to do a con save.
proficient on those, my boy.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna not use the same dice that I was using earlier. Fuck me over. What's the DC on it? 'Cause I never remember.
I think it's like 8 plus.
You got 22 in the first one.
Yeah, you're fine. First hour goes by, you're fine.
Ooh, then we got a 7. Okay, so not very much.
Okay. So you go about an hour and then a second hour, and you start to feel very sore, and your body feels exhausted. You've achieved your goal of reaching a point of exhaustion. During the night, it's quiet, soft sounds of metal clinking kind of come through and lull you guys to sleep again. Xenia, the pain starts to sear within your dreams and sleep. And you find yourself in the middle of the forest that you grew up in, but vastly darkened. And just on the horizon of your vision, you start to see what seems like the color being drained from all of the fauna and life around you and turning a stark white. And you watch as you're paying attention, as you feel something kind of wrap around your leg, and you notice that there's this small tendril of like white vine that has wrapped itself into you, and it pierces through your leg, and you can feel the pain of it, and it is excruciating, but there's not anything you can do right now. It doesn't wake you up, and it kind of wraps around your wrist, and then another one kind of comes up around the other side and wraps around your wrist too. And right before you feel like you're going to just pass out from the pain, your body racks and you wake up back in the room in the vineyard. You kind of rub your eyes and your head. You're going to walk over, look in the mirror. You kind of look back down at your hands, and the white in your hands is starting to expand, get larger. Getting you sleep, exhausted, just like the night before. And for the first time, probably in a long time, your dreams have somewhat of a motif to them. You take yourself back to the day, kind of the time when your dad was still around. When you were younger, not so much that you couldn't recall things, but
Oh, shit, the wee lad.
it kind of shifts in time a little bit, and you have visions of your father kind of not being around as much, but still being in town and showing up and not really doing much, and small arguments happening between your mother and him, and kind of filters through you having small conversations with him here and there. The good. And almost like a shadow in the back of your mind. The day that he left kind of creeps in and kind of live it secondhand and watch as your current self just kind of views what happened to your younger self. You feel that pain. You feel the twinge of frustration as you know that even as much as you fight it, there's a part of you that just is him, and you wish that it wasn't. But you kind of feel a sense of hope in yourself as you start to kind of almost dream within your dream as you think about what's happened since then, and what's happened in the past half of the year that you've been with the people around you. quiet just comes over. I'm going to pause in a moment where not but a day ago you were sitting in the study. Everyone's there. Your dad shows up. You kind of just pause that moment and think about it. And you just continue to drift off in sleep. Karen, you have a dream. Specifically that dream. You focused on it so hard that your brain was almost like, I'm not going to let you not dream about this. War, blood, grit, grime, sweat, and tears fill your thoughts. And the ever-burned image of a seemingly raging temperance taking a sword and driving it down against you. You're left with very little answers to a vast amount of questions that it leaves. After as you sleep rather uncomfortably, trying to figure out how to get the bed to work, you drift off and you think about the past few days, how far you've come. And that small blue flame that once flickered in your mind, just ever so distant in the muck, seems to be now like a small house fire. Something that you're sitting next to in a fireplace that's keeping you warm and seems to light the area around you. A stone room. And you kind of sift over and just kind of look over things. That blue light cascades and gives you the faintest hint of view of someone or something sitting in a chair in the shadows. You see what looks to be a gauntleted hand on one of the arms, and that's really all you can see. But you feel somehow the two are connected to each other. No voice, no movement, just staring at you. At least that's what it feels like.
Can I speak?
If you want.
I sort of say out to the presence. Do you know the king? Are you the king?
No voice responds, but kind of in your mind, your essence responds to the first question is yes, the second question is no. And it's like very faint. Like only because you've been reaching out so much to try and figure something out, you're perceptive to understanding the smallest changes in things, especially with something's, well, seemingly growing as this.
And rather than attempting to try and talk more, I'm just gonna sit by the fire with whatever this is and just enjoy it for a while.
It's comfortable. It feels right. Like something that was someone, rather, that's always been there. But just now you're able to see it or meet it. But you find yourself dozing off in your dream. And as you reach that sleep state in your dream, it's when you wake up in the morning. But Brian, your sleep is comfortable. for a bit. You're not sure what time during the night. You're having a pleasant dream about something. Probably someone that you've recently seen. Just memories drifting by. And then you just hear this malicious voice. Aren't they wonderful? Memories, happiness. They're pathetic in my eyes. I hope you've enjoyed your, well, relative comfort. Just remember that you have a job to do. Or else those memories might be the only thing you have left. You have a little bit more time before I decide to cash in. Seems like there are more pressing things with your party. You can feel like this cold finger just run down the back of your spine. Sleep well. Or don't. And then it just kind of fades. You're left with like that feeling of having, when you walk through a spider web and you're just like, it's everywhere. You're just kind of left with that feeling. You want to wake up, but you're also knowing that you need to get sleep. But you do end up waking up in the morning. And as all of you rise, the next day is yours. You are about 2 days from the new year.
Why does no one ever have good dreams?
All of you are fucked up individuals. In your own right. I mean, Astor's wasn't that bad.
I am
After
so
what?
fucking confused by that because he did some of that shit on his own outside of the session we do. I have no idea what the fuck is going on with you, Ben.
What's up?
What the fuck is going on with Astor?
Man, lots of shit.
Clearly.
None of you guys ever asked him what happened the few days he wasn't with you guys, so he didn't tell you.
I haven't gotten there yet.
He didn't think to
just
fucking
figured
remember.
He was just like running around with his cow, like boop boop boop. Wonder when they're gonna get back. But like,
Nah, man, some shit happened.
Shit.
these days, I just want to have a nice dream about like
The cow?
bagels
Puppies.
or something. Yeah. I just
Astor,
Puppies and kittens.
Astor is going to spend most of the day trying to rework the bed that he made so that it's more comfortable. He's gonna go out in the morning.
Just wait till the new year, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
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 He's going to be doing
Yeah.
the same thing until he finishes or until something pressing comes up where we need to
At breakfast the next morning, though, while we're all eating together, I look at Zinni and go, so how much longer before your family's not cursed anymore?
Well, it's gonna be until we get this flower. And in all honesty, I have no idea how long that's gonna take because I don't know how we're gonna find it. So basically, I'm cursed until we find it.
Wait, I thought there were two things we needed still.
Oh no, yeah, you were gone. The big collector guy gave me the water that I needed.
The big what?
The big like collector guy down in town who had like the
Kitty.
stuff.
Oh yeah, Squid Man.
Yeah. He gave me the second ingredient. So now we just need the flour.
Well, shit, I must have missed that part. That must have been after they.
You might have been pooped by then.
I want you to keep in mind, just in your mind's eye, this entire conversation was happening while Asher just has mouths full of food.
Of course.
Just
And Zenya's not
just
surprised. Like, I just,
savagely full of food. It is disgusting.
yeah.
Well, cool. Okay, so you only need one more item.
Yeah.
Brian, there's still a demon in you, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Kyron, I still haven't figured out if you're dead yet or not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not.
Okay. I figured you would have told me if you were.
Yeah, I don't think I'm dead.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to mention. I talked to the Raven Queen while you guys were gone. Well,
I'm
talked is
sorry. If what the fuck?
talked is a loose word, I think.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Back up. Start from the beginning.
Okay, so there was this broken down temple. No, wait, that was the different temple. There was a ravenry, in Witherwillow. I think that's where I was. Witherwillow. And I was there, and I was alone, and I was sad because you guys weren't there. So I went in and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pray for a minute." And the people there were just as weird as you. Just saying.
I'm not weird, but thanks.
Just as weird as you. Yep. That's what a weird person says, by the way. And I went in and was like, "Hey, you're scary. Don't let my friends die, please." And then as I was walking out, I had this super cold feeling and a rush of wind. Like, imagine you're in a lake and you pee, and it's like the exact opposite of that. It's like reverse peeing in a lake. That's what it felt like. And I can only assume that was her. Because I don't know how to reverse pee.
Okay, so you didn't actually, like, talk to her.
I mean, who talks to anybody, really? What is talking?
I do. I do.
She reverse peed on me. Let's just go with that.
You heard it here first, folks. The Raven Queen reverse peas on people. Can't.
There's about 20 different ways you could have probably said that, but
it makes sense, though, doesn't it?
Sadly, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. So that happened.
Okay. And then what happened? Where did you go? How did you get back here?
Oh, your sister.
Oh.
There was this super old, really nice, but very, very diseased elf guy. And he had this scroll that, like, I wrote stuff on. I think it was that thing where you do when you send people to send notes to people's heads, but it was like I wrote it down first. And then your sister came and picked me up because she's nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was a weird couple of days.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Like, super. Like, I took a bath. That's how weird it was.
I was wondering why you smelled a little bit better than usual.
Yeah. Took a bath. Met another family member. Met someone who was so old they'd actually been to Ream. That was weird.
You met another family member?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, a map of the swamp, right? So there's this big-ass swamp, and, like, on the outskirts, there's these little towns of, like, waypoints when you, like, get into the swamp. And Witherwillow's, I guess, one of them. And there was a guy there named Creaker, who was one of the other family descendants, and apparently he's also the last one, too. And he had an amulet, and we talked for a while, and I talked to the old guy, who apparently so old that he, like, saw Ream before it fell, which was weird. I don't know if I believe him, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if who's that old. How old? Do elves live a long time? Brian, do elves live a long time? Like, long, right?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, and then I went to the insane asylum they had in the town, where like adventurers who go to the swamp, who get crazy, come back from the swamp there if they survive. And I talked to a couple of dudes, and they had some very not nice things to say about my hometown. And that was that. And then your sister picked me up.
Damn, I wish I had heard that conversation.
With your sister?
No.
Oh, with the
You know what?
with the dwarf. Yeah. Oh yeah. First off, dude was nuts. Like completely not there. Well, a little bit there. Apparently, you go in and like the swamp is a swamp, but like not too bad. And then you get into like the ruins, and everything's like underground now because I guess it got like swallowed by the earth. And apparently like there's a giant monster, and they got tortured, and he had his legs cut off, and his half-elf buddy had his arm cut off, and everyone else died. Yeah, it makes you really excited to visit someday, right?
Actually, yeah, kinda.
And then
We've killed giant monsters before. We killed a
I'm
giant monster to get out of hell.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be
Hey,
fine.
we got a good track record.
Yeah, but these guys went crazy, and they couldn't stop repeating like how awful it was. Yeah, that was essentially it, I think. So, yeah. So something to look forward to, I guess.
So did you get another amulet, or?
No. So the guy I met who had it, his name's Krieger. He had it like he showed it to me. He was the Griffin family, which I still can't remember these fucking last names.
Neither can
but-
I.
Yeah, no.
And I
there's-
have them written down.
I have a book. It's okay. But it was the Griffins, and he was like, when you get the other ones, you can come back here before you go into the city, the ruins, and you can get this last one from me. And I was like, fine, whatever. Between you and me, I think he's kind of a drunk, but a stable enough drunk. And he's lived there like his whole life, so I think he'll still be there when we're done. So yeah, that happened. That happened to me. That was all of that. And then your sister picked me up.
Ashtar, just a reminder. I'm trying to remember. We have obviously you have cow.
Yes.
We got owl.
We have
Yes.
owl. Yep.
We did
Have
we got
wolf.
we got wolf from
Yes, I took it back from him at the end of the day.
from Squiddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have cow, owl, wolf.
Yes.
Is that it?
Right.
No.
Griffin is. That's all the ones I have. Griffin is with Krieger
Griffin's
at
with the cow.
Witherwillow.
Mhm.
According to the really old elf man or Krieger, I can't remember who told me this. A couple of the families actually didn't make it out of the city before it completely collapsed, so there might actually be some amulets still in the ruins themselves.
Okay.
Best guess is like 2. So
So there's what, 9?
9.
9?
Yes.
Okay, we have 3.
Yes.
3.
There's
We know where
8.
one is. We know where potentially maybe 2 are. So that's 3.
There's
Didn't I learn that not Sev was one of the family members? in
Oh
that
yeah.
group?
Yeah, Seth has one.
Seth had one. There
Had
are
one.
8 altogether, and there's 9 ruling families. The
I
ninth
found
family
it
was
in my
the-
notes. So we're
uh,
missing Warhorse, Spider, Salamander, and
Salamander and Spider. Those were the 2 that are still in the ruins.
Salamander and Spider. Okay. So Warhorse.
Why am I not surprised that of all the ones where they're still in the creepy ass ruins and not just in a display in a museum somewhere, one of them is the fucking spider?
I am sure it's unrelated.
Yeah, it's totally not related to you at all.
Not all spiders are related, Brian. Don't be racist.
Hey, that was very.
I know what that means now. Isn't that wonderful?
You know what that
Actually,
is?
that's actually some very good progress for you, Ashley. I'm very proud.
Yes, it was
Thanks.
very good. Very proud.
I did it all by myself.
I mean, we yelled at you like 700 times, but yes, you did it
Nope,
all by yourself.
all by myself.
Yes.
So, based off what you know, you're missing the Warhorse,
Warhorse, Spider, and Salamander.
the Warhorse, the griffin, which you know where it is, and then the mastiff.
Oh yeah, Mastiff. Yeah, I've got
That
no.
was the one that
fucking
was
clue on
stolen
that one.
from the museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that we never. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to go back there. Hey, maybe we need to go back there to, also get our floaty thing, but then also to,
Ask a few more questions.
yeah, maybe try and figure out where the fuck it is in the city.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, that balloon was really cool. I kind of would like that back.
Oh no, we are getting that back. It's like it's on the to do. I wrote lists last night, and it was just all like things we're never doing again. Hell, things we have to go do. Get our floaty thing back. Balloon.
Balloon. Right.
Didn't we already try scrying on the locations of the other pendants?
No.
Because we
Oh,
saw, we know what they all look like exactly because we saw the replicas in the museum at Lockett, right? Did we not get around to ever trying that?
I can just scry on the freaking.
Yeah, we've got
Thing.
downtime, so it seems more okay for you to be using up your high-level spells.
Hell yeah. Let's do that. I
What
would do
is?
that.
No one ever explained it to me yesterday. What the hell is scrying?
So basically, I do a spell, and then I look into I have a bowl, and then there's also the plate, and I can look into it, and then I can see the thing, and then I can see what's around it.
What's in the bowl?
Pictures.
Yeah, it's like an image. It's a magical image.
But is it like a
projected.
bowl of like water or something?
I mean, the bowl that I had, yes, did have water in it. I put holy water in it.
Cool. Cool. So you just look at something shiny and see stuff through it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's the simplest way to put it, yeah.
So you can scry on a place or a person. You can't scry on something
Yeah.
particular.
But I
Looking
could
at
have
the wordage of
located.
the spell.
Could I have
Are we not
located
allowed to spell?
object it? Not like considering I saw the replica, would I have been able to locate objects that way?
I think there's a limited range on
Yeah, it's like
locate
1,000
objects.
feet.
I know it's a limited range, but I could have walked through the entire city,
You could
popping
have
off located objects like everywhere.
thought about it. Oh, there it goes. Now it's fully dead. Alright, well, seeing as you guys are thinking about this, what we're going to do now, since the battery for the camera died and I have to replace it, because I have another battery, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Quick 10 minutes. We'll be back here probably around 9:10, and we will pick up there with trying to figure out how to find these other two pendants.
And a celestial to kill.
And a celestial to kill. Alright. See you guys in a few minutes.
Can they still hear us? Man.
Up.
Y'all ready for something? Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, because we just got done in hell.
Beach episode. Let's do it.
Give us a second.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope had a good break. We appreciate you guys waiting with us. Just wanted to take a quick break so that everyone could use the restroom. And so we could put a new battery in our camera and have our lovely, lovely couple back on screen.
Hey, we're back.
All right.
We're frozen again.
Oh,
You're
that's
good.
cute.
You're moving again.
Cool.
All right. So where we left off, you guys were discussing the best ways to try and figure out anything that you could about the 2 remaining pendants that you're sure you know where they are, but you're not quite sure, or you know that they exist, but you're not quite sure where they are. It's a better way to put it. So.
Okay, so spider salamander probably liver. Mastiff is unaccounted for, and warhorse is unaccounted for. Remember which one got stolen? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The whole thing kind of rattled everything. I have no idea what was going got stolen.
DM help.
I would say that because you've done extensive research, it takes you a minute, but you think about it. The Remlin Seb's family was the warhorse.
Okay, so Seb might have warhorse, or at least had, and maybe.
Didn't we run into Seb in hell?
We ran into Seb in Locus.
Oh, right
Because
before
he
we went to
was,
hell. That's
yeah,
right.
because
Oh,
he was
great.
part of the gate.
Right. Well, I mean, that's another reason to pop back over.
It's true. You do recall that I think you guys had that conversation with him. He said that he didn't have it. It was something that the former Sev had access to. And was buried with him in the crypt at the Ravenry, which you guys found was something that was stolen. So,
Man, if only there were a way to ask dead people questions.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I don't feel like doing that today. I mean, the whole thing is, though, I guess you might know the body.
I mean, he might, but we can't ask him. You can't talk to dead people.
I swear you've literally seen me do that exact thing at least once.
Nah, I think I'd remember.
Has he never seen me do that?
Mine like a steel trap. Nothing in, nothing out. I think I would have
So
remembered.
last time I did that was like the first 3 sessions of the campaign.
It might have actually been. I did.
Oh my gosh, that
no,
is.
I think you did it like once or twice.
I feel like I did, but I don't remember when. Anyways, yeah, I can talk to dead people.
Well, that's disturbing.
I mean, no, it's not really. It's
I mean,
just
pretty
magic.
much every aspect of Kyle's religion is disturbing. So,
Wow, thank you.
True. Disturbing, but on brand.
That is true.
Well then, fuck it. Let's just go talk to Dead Sev and ask him where the amulet went.
I mean, unless he's been buried.
I mean, it's a little morbid, but can't we
Dig him
Dig
up?
him up.
We can dig him up.
Okay, yeah, that's
I can
fine, yeah.
assure you, I am not above grave robbing.
I mean, clearly neither am I.
Yeah.
As I point around to my business and the vineyard.
Yeah, right. We get it. Dead people 1.
Well, that's grave profiteering. I don't know if that's grave robbing.
Grave laundering, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Specifics. Alright, I'm gonna send a message to Temperance.
Okay.
Hey, did you move not Sev anywhere? You know the body I told you to watch. Or is he still in the crypt? You can reply to this message.
Yeah, it takes about 20 seconds before you hear Temperance voice come back in. No, he was re-entered and left inside the same crypt that he was buried in before. Obviously, we were missing something from him prior, but he was in the same place that we originally entered.
Cool. I'll relay that to the group. Hey guys, he's still there.
Easy. If you can do it, we just go ask dead dude where the amulet might have gone, or if he might have wanted to stolen it, or if he saw who stole it, and then we just go.
Yes, so my only worry is that, I mean, it was taken after he was dead, so unless he was just hanging around, you know, waiting for somebody to steal his shit,
Is that not how dead people work?
I don't know how dead people work.
Then maybe it is how dead people work. It's worth a shot.
Alright, yeah, fine.
Can you do that? Can we do it today? Is that a thing like you just...
Yes, I literally have it prepared always, all the time, but apparently I never use it.
Well, fuck it. Let's go talk to dead people then.
I need to take a break from working on this project. I'm sort of on hold until I can get another 100 platinum to work with. So.
Yeah, that reminds me. I heard you from the fucking stables at like 1 in the morning yesterday. Are you sleeping right now?
Literally right now? No, we're having a conversation. Of course I'm not sleeping.
I mean, are you sleeping like in general?
You know, I'll be.
Is this gonna be a usual thing of staying up all night and working in the workshop? Because if it is, then we're gonna have to like have someone do some soundproofing or something.
Well, I mean, it's explosion proof, but you know, I think we ran out of money before we hit soundproofing.
It costs 400 gold pieces to get it therapy, but it costs $0 to say that's just how it be sometimes.
It do.
Could be like that.
No, the real problem is that most soundproofing, if it's not built into the wall, like outside of the room, is that most soundproofing is very flammable. And it's a workshop where I work with open flames. So, you know.
No, I don't. I'm not drawing the lines here. Astor's looking at you very intently. He does not get it.
Are we anywhere near the kitchen?
I mean, you can be.
I stroll into wherever the pantry is, and I grab a pinch of flour.
Okay.
And by a pinch, I mean like a solid handful.
Yep.
I hand it to Asher.
Okay.
Alright, bud, hold this.
Okay.
This is your soundproofing.
This is flour.
Okay.
Saw this going this way.
So we're gonna use this for our soundproofing. Because it's really
Okay.
good at it, right?
Wow. Huh. Didn't know that. Okay.
Here, take this too. And I cast Produce Flame and just, you know, flick the metal of my gauntlet against one of the little scratch pads to just produce a flame. And I put it up to the flower.
Okay. You watch as the flower ignites in your hand.
Explosively.
Yes.
Because that's how it do.
That's how it be.
Yes.
Ah. So soundproofing's flammable.
Yes.
I see. Well, that won't do it all then. Okay, I get your
I was
point.
really hoping he was going to take damage from that, but you know.
Yeah.
We open something with his thumb.
You take 3 fire damage as it like singes your hand.
3 fire damage and 2 dumbass damage.
The dumbass damage is in the fire damage.
Good. Well, whatever you're doing, be quiet. I had a hard time sleeping. And it made my cow all jittery.
Well, that might be the eggs that you're feeding him.
He likes the eggs.
You're feeding him the eggs.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't eat them?
I said to put it in the compost.
I have seen Fenris eating from the compost pretty much every day since
Yeah.
he's back.
That's where he gets most of his food from.
Alright, I need to get a lid for the compost.
He likes the variety.
Okay, it's not for him to eat, it's for... You know what? Let's just get him a separate compost. We'll just get him his own compost.
He
Hey,
insists.
since we're talking about new stuff to put outside, what do you think about growing like dead people peppers the way that we grow dead people grapes?
Dead people peppers.
Yeah. You know, like dead but spiky.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean-
Does it work the same way, or is it like a grape only thing?
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work with peppers.
Alright, how much money do we need to sink into this to make it happen?
You just need pepper seeds. And
Yep.
Kind of fortunately, you have a druid at your disposal.
Hey.
You wanted to just start peppers.
Hey, Zin
Hey, Sora, we're getting into the hot sauce business.
Yeah, dead people hot sauce.
D&D Tabasco, TM.
Yeah, putting a new spin on ghost peppers.
Oh,
Ah.
there you go. There you go, folks. Puns for days.
All right. Well, if you have stuff to do, Dick Aaron, we can go talk to dead people later. I gotta fix my bed.
I mean, I can go talk to dead people right now.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
It's really up to whatever you want to do.
well, fuck it. Let's go right now. No time for wasting.
Okay.
Are you all following, or are you guys doing something separate?
Brian, come with.
Ka-tink, 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 ka-tink. Okay, so you all make your way down to the Ravenry.
I'm gonna
The
burst through the
large-
doors. No, I'm kidding.
Building that looks like a raven. And each of you makes your way into the Temple to the Raven Queen and descends the steps into the crypt below. Again, that warm feeling rushes over you, Brian. You're not sure exactly what it is, but it seems that this place is safe. So,
Are you wearing the Raven Queen symbol that I gave you?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I haven't taken that off.
Nice.
Temperance is in their office if you want to have a chat.
Yeah. I'll very kindly open up the door. I'll knock first.
Come in.
Hey, it's us.
You're gone for 3 weeks or so, and I hear nothing from you, and now I see you in 2 days.
I know.
It's a pleasant week.
Hey, thank you.
What can I help you with?
We need not Sev.
Okay. You see the face on their face kind of sag a bit. They're like, you'll have to undo the crypt for the second time and then re-enter the body, but if
I
you
know,
have
I'm
some
really
kind of
sorry.
question you need to ask, it is probably best to do it now.
Yeah, so I didn't think about it, you know, at the time when I found out that there was something taken from him. I should have asked him questions and I didn't. So,
Let's go take care of it.
thanks.
About 20 minutes pass, and they've grabbed a couple other of the clerics who ceremoniously kind of open the crypt up. The smell that already kind of permeates down here just kind of gets very strong. You're very okay with it. It's the smell of decay.
I'm literally
and
like, it's I haven't
hate
smelled
the,
it
hate
like
the eggs, love the dead people. They pull out the body, which is in. They do their best to make sure that they're interred with a level of, so that it doesn't decay or make things smell too bad, but it is definitely in a state of decay. And you see a slightly decayed Sev laid onto the table in front of you, and the two clerics kind of bow and just start walking off into the crypt.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess I will cast Speak with Dead.
So you. Sure. You get the spell prepared. You gather the incense that's required for the material component of the spell, and you lay it out around the dead body and light it. And the smell immediately gets better for those of you who are not accustomed to the stench of death.
I was just about to ask, does the incense also smell like dead people?
No, the incense smells better. It's like a mix of. It almost smells like lavender and honey. It's rather interesting, but it kind of melds and passes over the body, and you kind of grasp your holy symbol and just kind of mutter the incantation and kind of scribble the symbol in the air and kind of press it forward, and you watch as the smoke kind of swirls into the air and almost like a funnels into the body of the dead Sev. And you just watch as like the dead kind of sunken in chest just kind of and begins to breathe.
I step a little closer to Brian and then very slowly move him in front of me.
Okay, I have 5 questions.
Thank you.
Now, babies, we're gonna be up on the other room. Come on.
Min, out of my room. Min, out.
That person sits up to say that's a cute onesie.
Squirrel.
It is a nice onesie.
They say it's a cute onesie.
Oh, thanks. That's a tail.
Here.
Come on. Come on, squirrels. Come on. No.
Dog didn't want to leave my room, sorry.
You're good. Okay. What is the name? Oh, what is the name of the person who took your amulet?
Is this thing gonna start talking?
Yes.
I don't think I'm ready for that.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Do you know anyone who might want it?
I had someone come and ask about possibly buying it. But I didn't want to sell my birthright.
What is the name of the person who wanted to buy it? Give me a name, Wheeler.
Give me the name.
Why would you say that name?
What's in the box?
Martha.
No. You watch as the breathing just kind of continues for a second, as if the spirit of this individual is going through the memories that it had in life. And it's a few minutes. You ask the questions in quick succession, and there's still enough time, but you start to worry that it's taking a little bit too much before yes, before the DM checks his notes. Didn't think that he would do this.
You're Hubris.
Always expect the unexpected.
It's D&D, bro.
Well,
You watch as all the smoke swirls out of the mouth again and just kind of sifts back out and then just slowly starts to drift to the ground.
hey, I have 5 questions. That
Oh,
was
you do?
only
That's right.
3.
It's not 3. And then sucks back into the body.
Sorry, I can't.
I'm like, I'm not done with you yet.
You like
Okay.
hold the symbol and you like focus a little bit harder and thrust back in and you go, oh, what?
Oh God, what do I ask it, guys?
Does it say Thaddeus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does
Ask
Thaddeus
him
have a
who-
last name?
Ask him who Thaddeus is.
Or is it like Cher?
Who is Thaddeus?
He seemed to be a collector of rare antiquities.
Ooh, ask him if Thaddeus was a giant octopus thing.
I swear to God, if we have to go back to hell.
Ancestral town.
Okay, sorry, I'm taking notes. Hold on one second.
Ashton, make a intelligence check for me.
I feel like I know where Thaddeus. I feel like I've written down the name.
Making me do 2 of these in one game is very cruel. 12.
Okay. The name Thaddeus does ring a bell to you. Not anyone that you've personally had like conversation with, but you feel like you were a part of a conversation somewhere with someone named Thaddeus, and it had to do with something with Reem. But as the conversation continues on between Kyron and Dead Sev, it's just like a passing thought. You have 1 question left because I don't know how to count.
What should I ask? I don't know what to ask.
You got a couple minutes left on the spell.
Ask him how he died? I don't know.
I think he just died of old age. I will ask.
Oh,
Ask him why New Seb is trying to pretend to be him.
I don't
Oh,
know.
we already know that. We already know that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Does he know anything about Reem? Does he know anything about what's there? Does he?
Oh, sure. What
Ooh.
is?
Does he have any relatives?
I mean, that is a decent one. Yeah, sure. I'll ask that. Do you have any relatives? Other than Sev.
I was the last of my line.
Great. Everyone's dead. Awesome.
My son died. Going off on foolish adventures to try and find the treasure of the lost city. Now the smoke spirals out of the mouth and sifts down to the ground.
For real this time.
For real this time.
Okay, great. We need to find a Thaddeus, guys.
No? Now you say it out loud, that name sounds really familiar.
Yeah?
I just can't put my finger on it. Huh. Probably not important. I bet it was just an elf that I used to know.
Would you like to try again with your memory with guidance this time?
No. It's probably not important.
Okay.
I mean, think about how many Thaddeus's there probably are in the world. Sounds like a common name, right?
I swear I've written this name down before. Yeah, totally.
In the Mechanist district named Thaddeus, but I definitely don't think that's the guy.
Wait. I think I remember where it was.
Where?
Yeah.
One of the kobolds was definitely named Thaddeus.
Great.
So
It was definitely
we're
one of
saying
them.
that this evil mastermind is a tiny dragon man.
I mean,
We should have asked him what he looked like.
yeah.
Don't
you guys remember the kobolds? There was Scooter and Hopper and Thumper. Most of them were verbs. There was Short Nose because he got his nose bitten off. And Thaddeus and Blob and Grunt. I don't think his name was actually Grunt. All he did was Grunt though, so I called him Grunt.
I didn't meet anyone named Thaddeus, did I, Wheeler?
As soon as you started listing off names, all I could think of was like the Brett Kavanaugh hearing where he's just naming off all the dudes. And then also in the guy who did my musicals for the professor, the Working Boys. Steve and Bill. 5 o'clock can't be soon enough. 5 o'clock can't be soon enough. What's your passive investigation?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Oh, investigation passive? Yeah. Motherfucking 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check. No skills, just intelligence check. 16. Having this conversation and being here and thinking about it, you're just racking your brain trying to think about. First of all, Asher's conversation about kobolds is boring you, and you're kind of just drifting off into thought. The usual. You're thinking about everything that's happened specifically along the lines of his adventures with you and what he's looking for. And you're brought back to a conversation that you had with the head of the Karish household.
Karish is the one in Apogee, the owl?
Yes.
Okay.
You remember that there was a rather large individual who stormed off when he found out that the amulet was being given to Asher after giving a quote for a large sum of money, like 10,000 gold pieces for this amulet.
Was he a Minotaur, or am I just confusing every large dude?
You're confusing every large dude. He was wide.
That is racist, sir.
Is this ringing bells for anyone else?
I don't remember.
I know the dude you're
Maybe.
talking about.
I so vaguely remember this exact conversation because that whole visit to that city was a fucking trip.
I know the dude you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
I didn't realize his name
His name Thaddeus.
was Thaddeus though. I mean, it's real easy. We can just call Master Garish and ask him.
We know what he looks like, right? I could spy on him.
Sorry, I'm not good with faces. It's pretty much just a blank in my mind. He's a dude. He's an absolute unit of a dude. But put him in a lineup, and I would not be able to pick him out. But I think that's our guy. At least that's the name most connected to Ashton's whole shtick. So, I mean, it's probably worth at least shooting a message their way. You know, Ashton can talk to the love of his life. You know, and then they can get married and get out of our hair.
Esther blushes and said, "She's not the love of my life." Well, first things first. We need to go get our blood. Right?
We need to find what? A flower?
And find a flower. What kind of flower? Just like a regular flower, right? That can't be too hard.
No, not just any regular flower. I gotta find a dahlia that only grows where a celestial died.
Oh, right.
Celestial, we mean we're talking like,
Like unicorns.
You know, an angel and you know the people with the halos.
Yeah.
fine, it's fine, because we know enough demons. I'm sure this has to balance out, right? An angel will have to come our way at some point, and then something horrible will just happen to it, and it'll die, and then we just get the flower, and then we're all perfect. It's fine.
Yeah.
That checks out for me.
Sounds easy enough.
Temperance walks up to you, Kyron, and goes, "Are you done with the body?"
Oh, yeah.
So for the short time it is then. Alright. Well, if you
Third
need
time's
anything
the
else,
charm.
just let us know. Which guest? Yeah. It's my little gelatinous cube. Alright, so you guys walk out of the Ravenry. As soon as you leave the grounds, Zinni, you are hit with an immediate shock of pain. You kind of keel over and drop to one knee and just kind of like are heavy breathing right now. All of you watch as Zinnia just kind of nearly falls face first and tumbles.
How about we go back to the Ravenry for a second?
Would that help?
Heal you.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
You take a
I
step
can-
back in and the pain subsides.
Guys, I found a cat in the road.
Oh, are we keeping them?
Yeah.
I will go, I'll kind of like jog back in and be like, hey, to Temperance. If my friend hypothetically was in a lot of pain when they weren't in the premises of the Ravenry because of some ancestral curse that they have on them, what would you say is the best way to heal them?
Well,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, I would say that whatever it is that has a hold on them is probably not a good thing. The rivalry in itself is hallowed ground, so most things demonic or otherwise evil in nature do not find as hard of a grasp or hold within the the temple grounds itself. Um,
Would it be good to get her a holy symbol or something?
no, it's more of a if she wishes to not feel pain, she should probably stay here. But I would also go out and try to see exactly what we could find to get the cross or whatever it is taken care of.
Okay.
It's something that I'm sure you have within your repertoire. Not something I can do as readily, but if it's serious, which I assume it is since you came and asked me, it might be out of your control to do anything about it.
What is she alluding to? I mean, sorry, they are alluding to?
What do you mean?
Or are they just saying that we need to go find this flower like now?
They're saying basically that if you had, which you should have access to, remove curse,
Oh,
you could try that. But based off the fact that you're coming to ask them about it, um, it means that it's probably above that pay grade, and you should look into getting it taken care of.
I mean, yeah. Could I try doing remove curse to see if it would like abate symptoms?
Sure. So you walk up to Zinnia, and
Oh, I have that prepared already. Wow, look at me go.
yeah, you speak the incantation, and you kind of trace the symbol, holding your holy symbol, and just kind of press it into her chest. You watch as the light kind of glows for a second, and then almost like, whereas normally it's like a shadow encased in like white streaks, it's now like white encased in shadow, and you kind of feel this essence, this white claw, this white no laws on the claw. This like white clawed hand kind of reach out towards you and try to grasp you before you kind of just pull away and realize that whatever this is has harder pull on whatever her essence or soul is than what you have the ability to remove.
Okay, can I step her out of the thing again? Is she still in pain?
As you step out, the pain's not as bad. It's present. It's pretty consistent. It's not so much that it's uncomfortable. It's not debilitating.
I'm uncomfortable most of the time, so I think I can live with this.
Okay, I mean, do you want to stay here or do you want to come with us?
I'll just come with y'all, and then whenever I get a chance, I'll probably head over to the library and see if I can do any more research.
Okay.
Alright. There's a couple days left before the New Year starts. As I said, this is probably the day before New Year's Eve. So if you'd like to do anything, we can just skip to
New Year's festivals.
yeah, New Year's
I'd like
festivals.
to do some research to see if we know of any place that a flower would be.
Okay.
I'll come along. I don't have anything to do right now.
Okay. The three of you kind of, I'm assuming you go to research. Okay. You find the closest thing to a library here, nowhere near as big as the Eden Tree, and definitely not slightly more expansive than Gimbel's library. But if you want to make a separate investigation check to see what you can find, please do, and I will let you know what you come across.
Guidance on myself.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go fix my bed.
Okay. Make another dexterity check.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Cool. What's that with guidance?
Oh, I didn't even roll guidance. I was just excited about the natural 20. Hold on.
I rolled a 4. That's an 8.
That's a 22 total.
20 what?
22.
Okay. What'd you roll?
17.
15? You, Brian, you're not getting anywhere. You're looking through books and you're like, oh, this looks like an interesting book. And then you get like lost in reading a story about like some goblin falling in love with like a minotaur. And you're like, this is interesting. And then you kind of close it and go to another book. And Brian's just off in his own. You and Kyron are really doing the depth of the work. You're looking up anything about famous alchemists. Jonah, what are you doing? Looking up things about famous alchemists, famous botanists, herbalists. Just looking up anything you can, but most of the information you already have. Kyron, in your adventures now with the group, you realize that sometimes you have to take a angled approach at studying. So, while you are also looking for the author, you look for names that kind of go. You look for information around names that kind of sound like that. And you come across a few things that lead you to another step. You find a book about the apparent hag coven that cursed this land. And you see the name Edith in it. And you're like, well, the name of the... Alright, let's see if this leads in. And you go and you look up hags. And some of the most famous hags in the area, some of the most famous ones that have lived across the ages and have died by the hands of adventurers or just old age, come across. And you can't find too much about it, but it definitely seems like you're heading in the right direction. And then you just happen to pick up a book about. You realize that hags are kind of like the boogeymen of childhoods, and you just pick up a children's book by happenstance, and you just start reading through it. And one of the stories in it mentions an old woman not by the name Edith, but instead Old Lady Hollowbone. Just a children's story of a woman that once took a few young children out into the mountains up north. The children were never seen again until the days that they were. And they were grotesque and weird and pale of skin, rambling on about maddening things, and were eventually either studied via experimentation. After you kind of find that out and look at it, you realize that the story is true. There were kids once stolen, and they were basically executed because they were thought to be some kind of demon spawn, or studied upon to figure out what exactly had happened to them. But it is up north, and it's in the northern Number Range. Around an area where you've read a history, there used to be a few towns, but it seems like they've become ghost towns over the years. you have an approximate knowledge of where it might be on the map, but with a natural 20, that's the best lead that you have.
And you said what was the name of the old lady?
She goes by Old Lady Knuckle or Old Lady Hollowbone.
Cool.
But based off of just the author and everything, you kind of get the gist that it's probably the same person. And there might be a clue there, or there might be death there. You're not quite sure.
Cool. I'll relay that to the few people that are with me.
It's the first lead you've had in a while on something that is drastically hard to find.
You think you might want to have us all travel out there and see what we can find?
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Sweet.
So you don't really want to go
Done
to
that. Hey, you know what? I like a good ghost story.
I would feel more comfortable having you there, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
Okay. But you guys finish your studying up and head back to the vineyard. Is there anything you want to do before the New Year's festivities start?
That was all I wanted to do.
Okay.
I need 100 platinum. What do we do?
Mommy, I need 100 platinum.
I rolled a 17 on trying to fix the bed that I made.
The bed is much better than it was prior. It's still triangular.
All right, what?
But much more comfortable?
Yes.
Did...
Still don't have a mattress.
That...
Cool.
I just thought of something. I do need funds, and Jalen's day just passed, right? All the gift giving and all that. I haven't been back to check if I got anything. You know, under the old Jalen's day bush. You know, in the household of your mom. So, just to cover all the bases, I should probably go do that. Wait, what? I have to bring her something too. And, guys, you gotta help me. Theater, rich dudes who have no sense of humor, I don't know, I kind of always just name stuff, but like, kind of gone through everything I have working on what I got.
Always good check.
Yeah, but like, I shouldn't walk in there without something just in case, like, they do have something for me, right? Am I right? Asher?
What?
Brian? Anything? Any input?
You're really muffled. I don't know what you're saying.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, I need your help figuring out what gift to get for my mom because I need to go check to see if I got any gifts and like I don't want to shop without anything. So
You can bring her dead people wine.
Yeah, hey, we've got some expensive wine that you could have.
Yeah, I can make her some eggs.
No.
If you want.
Mm-mm.
Shooting 1 for 2 so far.
Okay. Let me see. You can. Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry, buddy.
I've
Do you have anything cool from hell? Have any of those cool like little spirit coins from hell? Maybe she'd like.
Don't give your mother a soul, please.
Maybe she'd like a hell coin.
Gideon
No.
turned those.
Okay, I had some soul coins, and I sold the soul coins.
Turn them.
They are soul coins.
Into soul.
Yep.
Give her a soul coin then.
I just said I don't have any.
Well then, go get some real quick.
You first.
Hold on.
After
Get
you.
in. Kid, what's your mother like? What's her favorite stuff?
Like I said, theater. Rich dudes. Specifically, one rich dude with no sense of humor who she decided to marry.
Is that his dad?
No, stepdad, but yeah. Like I said, I usually just like when I was younger, I used to always just like make something, all my little projects that didn't really work. I would just, give them to her, and she'd always be like, "Oh, great," And I don't have anything like that I've been working on because I just used pretty much all of my money trying to work on the project I have now that I'm 1,000.
Wait. That's coming to me. No, wait. It's coming to me again. Do you
I
have
gave
a
her
whole
a
bunch of?
crossbow last time I was here. I
You've
don't
got,
really know
like-
how to top that.
Here's what you do. We have fancy bottles of wine here, right? We can get her a fancy bottle of wine, and you can make her like a little robot companion contraption thing that pours wine for her. Boom.
What is your purpose? To pour wine. Oh my god!
You can make her an area.
Oh, like a crystal.
Yeah, like an aerator. Make her a wine aerator.
Oh god.
Yeah. A self-pouring wine area.
Alright, I guess I'll be in the workshop for the rest of the day.
Make a fucking tinkering check.
What are those?
Astor had a good idea.
Guidance.
We'll do. This one will be more dexterity based.
Alright, we're gonna do my big roll. Fuck, I haven't rolled above a 10 all fucking night. So, we got a 6 plus 12 plus 1 on the guidance, so
19?
19.
Yeah. Easy enough, you kind of whip up a self. Basically, all it does is when activated by like a screw top, it climbs whatever bottle it is, sits in, and basically like quirks it, and then it is able to aerate. It's very simple.
Yeah, I didn't have any glass blowing tools, so I had to like make them first. This probably could have been done like an hour ago if I had that, but meh. But
I mean,
okay, I'm off to go. I'm off to go get some late presents.
Do you want us to come with you? Is that a no? I've never met your mom before. I was honestly kind of curious.
Make a persuasion check. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, that's not very good. It's a 9.
How about I go and you take a bath?
All right. Compromise. I don't go, but I also don't take a bath.
You drive a
No,
hard
you're
line.
taking a bath.
As the day and a half has gone on since Asher's been back, his fresh scent is already replaced by the smell of cow in the stables.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone need anything from that side of town while I'm out there?
Snacked. Can you get snacked?
Yeah, I'll
Just
see what I
saying.
can do. No promises.
Okay, cool. Asher's gonna spend the rest of the afternoon and evening, going around town to various like tailors and whatnot, seeing if anyone has the capability to make a triangular bed.
Make a. persuasion check.
And in case you were going to ask, no, he does not have the measurements. Oh, that was not bad. That's a 17.
Okay. You find someone who is willing to do it for about triple the cost of what it probably should be. So you pay about 30 gold if you have it.
Yeah.
I would have charged you 1,000 gold. So
That's
made the right
making
choice.
But they say that it'll be done after the new year since it is coming up, but you'll have it.
Sweet.
So you go to your mom's?
Yeah.
You get to the part of town where some of the nobles live, and you find yourself at the front door of
The Blatherwick estate.
yes. You knock on the door a few times. No answer. You wait about a minute. Knock again. You wait about 5 minutes until you realize you probably just walk in.
I cast Blink and I go through the door.
Okay. You blink through the door. You are greeted by the sight of what looks to be various amounts of art pieces smashed and thrown on the floor. And as you walk around the corner, or as you're walking down, the butler comes around and goes, "Oh, I was wondering who was knocking at the door. Master Gideon?" Kind of just goes back. You see that he's currently just kind of sweeping up.
I've got to say, I don't like what you've done to the place.
I didn't do anything with the place. Your mother.
Well, I meant like the unspecific thing.
Your mother's in her bedroom.
Simon has his tastes have just gotten even worse. Okay, but she's in her bedroom. Thank you, Black. And I breeze past him. And by breeze, I mean blink.
You make your way to your mother's bedroom, and you can hear like the soft. As you knock, you hear kind of like a sudden gasp. There's like kind of quick steps towards the door, and the door opens up. You see your mother currently looks like she's been sobbing for a while. And she goes, "Oh, thank you.
Hey, Mom, I brought you something.
Oh, well, come in." And she kind of like opens the door. You see various scatterings of what seem to be letters strewn about the floor in various states, ripping and tearing. Looks like there's a small fire in a brazier that has pieces of paper that are currently burning in it. And your mom kind of just quickly cleans things up real quick. She goes, what did you get me?
No, I made it. Yeah, it's a wine thingy. Fuck, I forgot the wine.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll have it shipped.
Rings a bell, and the butler. Yes, madam. A bottle of wine for the two of us.
Hey, Mom, are there any like local dead families you like particularly like don't like and would derive satisfaction from drinking the remains?
No. Just the bottle of the good Blackwood. Yeah, right away. He kind of runs off.
Okay, just checking.
So this one actually does something.
Yeah, it probably won't explode. It's just made of glass.
That's good.
Yeah.
You
know, it does the thing where it makes the wine better or whatever.
Oh, it's an amulet. How interesting. The wine should be held very soon. Hold up. And she kind of goes off and opens like a cabinet, and you see like.
Why did my mom's accent change?
Good question. You watch as she like opens a cabinet, and there.
She's been learning French.
Yeah. she's been learning Elvish now. There, kind of on the shelf, you see a lot of your previous inventions, just kind of the ones that you used to give birth gifts, kind of just layered up on a shelf. Some of them in pieces, some of them still intact, some of them mangled, but
I'm pretty sure I left them all that way.
she kind of dusts off an area. The wine's brought back, and she takes it. Screw. To turn it on. To make the invention work.
Oh, no, it's a command word.
Oh.
It's shitballs in Inferno.
She kind of chuckles.
That was an accident. I had a bit of a mishap when I was enchanting the command, but you know,
it's fine. She speaks the word, and you watch as it just kind of pops up and just walks up the bottle, kind of uncorks it, does it for her, and then just like sips its ass in the hole and just like waits. She kind of takes it and pours in the glass. You hear like that. Of the aerator.
I was wondering how long you were going to do that.
It's gonna do it for a while.
That's pretty impressive.
But she aerates the wine a little bit, and you guys have a conversation. She goes, "I'm sorry for the state of the house. Your father is in town."
Yeah, I ran into him. Lovely, isn't it?
Yes. Anyway, oh, I didn't get you anything. Is there something you wanted? I forgot to ask.
No, I mean, do you have 100 platinum laying around? Like specifically platinum, or like, you know, platinum skull? Well,
no,
I can't melt it
but
down.
I can write you a check. Celeste.
Well, yeah.
She just goes over, writes it out.
But, hey, so, did you get to use a crossbow?
Yes.
Did you hit him?
She kind of smiles.
Or did his big metal man get in the way?
I'm a shit shot.
You gotta practice more.
I do. Especially if he decides to come back.
Oh, damn. He dropped off a crossbow bolt at the winery. I just realized literally right now how ironic it would be to give it to you, and then, never mind.
It would be quite fun. Here. And she kind of walks over to the desk, pulls out a piece of paper, and hands it down. And hands it to you. It is for 100 platinum and 250 gold.
Oh.
We need a bit extra.
What are the bank hours, since it's like really close to a holiday?
They might be open for about an hour more. I would assume they'd be closed tomorrow and on the New Year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so hell was exactly as bad as it sounds. Just long story short.
Not surprising. I'm glad you're back safe. You see, like, the look on her face.
Barbarella says hi, though.
That's good. How is she doing?
Oh, she's still in hell. She's, like, enjoying it, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here before Simon makes a reappearance. You know, I don't want to get confused for the old man.
I understand.
But I'll pop back by before we leave town again. I think we're going to be heading back up to, northward, Locus or Apogee or somewhere up in the Miggy Mountains up there.
That's good. Well, stay safe.
Yeah, we got to go get our balloon back.
I saw that. Quite impressive.
Yeah. Not my best work, but I think your phone's going off.
They don't know what your phone is.
Oh, well, okay, I'll have to make you one.
Sounds good.
A sending phone.
But be safe. I will help clean up my mess.
Okay.
Kind of walks out, wipes her eyes off, just kind of takes it back her posture and walks you out to the front door. Gives you a small hug and like a kiss on the forehead and then nods to you. And then just starts barking orders to people.
And I run to the bank.
You have about 10 minutes before they close, and they're like,
I cast haste on myself.
yeah, you get there. But they cash the check for you and they give it to you in 100 platinum.
Woo! Guys, I'm bridging. I'm just gonna add the 250 gold because I'm about to use it.
Day goes on. Anything else you guys want to do? Alright.
I spend the evening moving everything else from my bedroom out into the stable and making myself a bed out there, a room.
Okay. You guys all, at various points, make your way back to the vineyard and see Asher moving all of his stuff from his bedroom into the stable. Probably is not going to help the smell.
Ashton
Bye,
didn't.
Ashton. Bye, Ashton.
Fenris
Bye,
didn't
Karen.
fit
Bye,
through the
Karen.
doors. Couldn't get him in my room. Gotta go to his. It
You
makes
guys
sense.
easily fall asleep for the night, if not in a little bit of pain. Awake the next morning to the later in the morning. The day goes by relatively easy as you guys have a set pathway before you, knowing exactly, well, I won't say exactly, but knowing at least something in the realm of where you're going. As night draws closer, the new year about to begin, you guys all kind of make your way into the town square and just in general areas where there are festivities being held, small occasions being had, games kind of just thrown about. It's very haphazard. It looks like they already had a holiday and they just had to have another one. But as time gets closer to midnight, you watch as there are mages from the Magician's College in town that come forward and in a ceremonial way around the basically town hall in the center of the city. People from the lower portion of the town, the slums, and pretty much anyone in town just kind of mingle together in various states on the skyscrapers and built up buildings within the town, and watch as, in a very flashy kind of way, about 7 mages kind of aligned around the center town hall building, kind of start casting and seem to be doing like almost dancing with the casting that they do. And you watch as in the air above everything, quite large, there seems to be the forming of a light of crescent that kind of, no matter from which angle you look at, seems to be the same thing. And as time dwindles down and you can sense that the new year is about to start, it starts to grow and almost form what looks to be a full moon. And as midnight hits, as you all have been to this festival before, the moon takes its full splendor and just kind of passes into the ground, into what looks like an imperceivable pool, probably part of the image or illusion that was added to this. And you realize that the new year's upon you. Where you guys started 6 months ago is now probably a lot more fucked up than you wanted to be. But with the new year, it brings new beginnings, possible closings to old stories, and possibility of new ones. You guys drink heavily.
Nope.
Nope.
They said nope.
Those of you who do drink, drink heavily.
Aster.
Shit.
At one point, while he's very drunk, Aster looks at everyone and says, I love you guys. This year's gonna fucking suck.
Champagne is passed around, bubbly. Other kinds of various alcoholic beverages are passed through for those of you who wish to partake, and for those of you who do, you partake a lot, as I said. And you all make your way back to the vineyard in various states of sobriety. But if there's anything you wish to do before the night closes, you may.
Get blisteringly drunk.
You got nothing? Brian, you got nothing? Say one person's character instead of the other person's name because they're being distinguishable.
Do you have anything on it?
I will find that bolt and look at the light. Okay. Or whatever is wrapped in it. Before I get back to it.
You head down as everyone kind of sloshes into their bedrooms and kind of snoring kind of starts to take the halls. You go and pick up the bolt and the note's still around it. Kind of small for the handshake of the deal. This is what was gifted to us as a gift for our agreement. And I thought it only fitting that someone who seems to be doing more with their life. Take it as another gift. I'm not unwise to how you would react to seeing the humans. I surely wasn't unwise to how your mother reacted to seeing me. But I'll be leaving in the next few days. I'll probably not see you before I do. Take this as a peace offering. When you have the time, or if something dire tends to happen, come visit me in Havendale. I think you'd like it. And it's signed just Samson.
Right, but what the fuck does it do? And I view it over my shoulder. The paper. I just slip the... I look at it for a moment and just slip it into my belt. And then I get back to work.
You go back to work. You all rest and wake up with hangovers, with newly formed paths on a new year, getting ready to figure out what in the fuck you guys are going to do. And that is where we will pick up next week and close tonight. The first stream of this D&D thing. Sorry for everyone who's watching at the moment that it's just a RP shopping episode and not like a boss battle.
I think it's just us.
But
I see 6.
it's all good. It's okay. I hope everyone had a good time. We'll be back here on Tuesday whether you like it or not. So get ready.
We're getting the gang back together.
Yeah, we've got our gang back together, and that's what we're happy about. I hope you all had a good time.
I'm gonna remind you, that's your camera, not that.
I know. I'm looking. I keep looking at that. That's okay. I hope you all had a good time. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope that you had a good time too. Yeah, be ready for more adventures because I promise you, when we get into fights, this group is pretty gnarly, and I have to come up with some pretty serious stuff. So bear with us. Follow us and subscribe if you can, and join us on our socials because we have them. But again, thanks for making this a possibility. We're having a grand old time. D&D's fun, and it's a respite from the world that is kind of chaotic. So have a good night. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll all get through this together. And yeah. Peace, love, and joy. I don't know. Bye, guys.
Bye. We're getting the band back together. Nah, I'll do it later. It's a reminder. A reminder that I won't remember.
Alright, guys, I'd love to talk, but I literally have to go to bed. I took my meds like 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'm tired. I go to sleep.
Yeah.
We have to take NCR's car tomorrow for maintenance.
Gross.
I have to go to work at 8 a.m., so good night.
Cool.
Good
Night,
night.
guys.
See you next week.